As April 22 rapidly approaches, we have a very special guest today to chat about her journey. We chat about how boxing has changed her life, what it's like being a member of the infamous Blue Team, and she gives her thoughts on what we can expect in the weeks following her boxing debut. Special thanks to Cass Auto Electrics and Air Conditioning, the major sponsor of today's guest, and for the incredible support from the PCR's major sponsor, Gobsmacked and Cablewise. Shout out to Trent. So please welcome Miss Leah Durmanich.
Yep.
You've only got this week and next week of training, and then that last week is the prep week.
Pretty much, yeah. So we've got the next couple of weeks to go hard, especially over the Easter long weekend. He wants us to do like the full 4 days. Glenn's like, let's just get in there, get it done, and not mess around. So we're working hard this coming weekend, and then the final week they'll just get us to do, light work. I don't think it'll be anything major. I'm not going to put the bodies through that. So
no, he's going to get you primed, ready for that night, and you got the weigh-ins the night before as well.
Yeah,
it's a full-on event.
It is.
It's nothing's done by halves now.
No. I mean, it's major, and I think. Yeah, I knew that going into it. You know, you've got all of these things that are like really out of your comfort zone and under the spotlight. And but yeah, it'll be good. Yeah, I don't know what I'm more nervous about, the night before or the actual night. I'm like far out.
But the night before,
yeah,
what the
like
weigh-in?
the weigh-in, yeah.
Because
daunting.
Who's your opponent? I do have up this here. Well, you're fighting Brittany Sauter, is that how you say it? Suter. Sorry,
yeah,
Brittany. She didn't come in here to talk to me this time around. So. Fight three. Perfect spot.
Yes, we are stoked. We message each other straight away. We're like, yes.
That is the prime spot.
So happy just to get it done. It's not, first, and it's not, super last. Like those guys at the end there. I mean, to wait until midnight, that's massive.
You got 15 fights or something.
So number 3 is good. Get it done nice and early. Go and get ready. Come back down and relax.
So obviously you're staying at the Crown on the night?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah,
one night or two?
Two.
So who are you staying with?
Not sure yet, actually. I've got some friends are coming, so we'll just see who's keen. I'm sure
they'll all end up
in I think after party in my room, so I'll probably have everyone on my tables. So yeah, we've got Saturday, Sunday, because they're doing the wrap party on Sunday.
That pool party, that is something else, that thing. Yeah.
So it'll be good. I haven't stayed at Crown for a little while, so looking forward to it.
Have you stayed at the Towers before?
Yes, I did.
That is something else.
Birthday, did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a little while ago. So.
All right. So you've got it all planned. You've got the whole lead-in planned to the night?
Yeah, pretty much. Everything's booked and bought, like ready to go. Just got my dress yesterday, so.
What colour's the dress?
Blue, of course.
Of course. Imagine if you rocked up in red.
I know, imagine. Luckily, blue's my colour. I really like it, and because I don't often wear it, so been getting compliments. Everyone's like, that really suits you, so thank God I'm Blue Team.
You're always going to be Blue Team though.
Yeah, I mean, I knew kind of early on. I mean, Glenn did kind of give me the nudge to do it last year. I went to my first PCR in September, then I went back to back November because I was like, this is bloody great, like best
went
night
to
ever.
both.
I went to both. Yeah.
There were some good fights.
So good. I mean, because I knew a lot of people fighting in September, so, really wanted to go to that. And then November, I mean, the hype was still there. Like, it's just a good time. So
how did they do that 8 weeks apart and still manage to pull that thing off?
They pulled it off. They did well. I mean, it was a really good night. So
put that down a lot, though, to the fighters for that second one.
Yeah.
That was such a great group of people that fought at the last one in November.
Yeah, really was. There weren't too many girls in that one, but they all just killed it, smashed it. And we've had a couple of them down. Mongi's come down.
Mongi.
Yeah.
Quality man, Mongi.
So he's been at most sessions with us. It's like he's an honorary PCRX boxer joining us.
Mongi didn't get the win in his fight.
No.
But that just shows you what kind of guy Mongi is. He didn't get the win. He took it like a champ. Him and his opponent are good mates. And he's still down there all the time.
All the time.
Helping you guys out.
Yeah, he's really been such a huge support for us, and just that knowledge, and he's been through it, so he knows his stuff, and it's relatable. Like, the coaches are great, obviously, but they haven't been through the emotions of being, like an actual PCR boxer. But he's done it. He knows what it's like to be like a complete amateur at it, no real experience, and then you're thrown in the deep end, kind of like.
I wonder if Mommy will do it again.
Never say never.
I did see some footage of him. He's looking sharp as well.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. I mean, who knows? Like, I feel like a lot of people want to get in there and redeem themselves if they haven't really taken the win before. But
one of your mates did, Marnie Mayhem Faulkner.
She did. She killed it. Yeah. I think they were looking for someone last year. She wasn't really intending to do it, and then that Glenn reached out, and she was like, "Why not? Like, let's try and get the win."
Tell me how this whole thing came about with you being connected to all these people, because like you said before, you know Mongy, obviously he's down at Counterbalance, and your mates with Marnie.
Yeah.
Did you attend Good Vibes when it was Anarchy?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were there before the changeover.
Yeah, so I trained at Anarchy for about 4 years prior.
4 years?
Yeah, so
you spent some real time there.
I did, yeah. Probably about 2019 it was. I started with a personal trainer, started with Kyla Maguire.
Oh, yeah. She's an animal.
Do you know her?
Yeah. Very good fighter.
Yes, incredible. So she was my PT for 2 years before she left to have Bub and start her own family. And then she's like, look, I think you should stay on and join the classes because it'll be good for you. It's like really social and it'll just keep that routine going, because I would only ever go in just to see her. So I would come in for my PT sessions, leave, be like, oh my God, I could never do these classes. Like, they're so intimidating. Everyone's like so good looking and fit and like could never. So I would, just pop in, see her twice a week for 2 years. And then I joined as a member, would have been 2021, early 2021. And that's when I started to really form friendships and connections and mingle, because, I mean, it's so social. Like, it's just, like, how can you not?
The impression they get, not that you should judge people on how they look, but when you do see that group of people, you don't expect them to be as welcoming and friendly and as they are.
Exactly. But no, everyone is so warm and friendly. Like, from the get-go, I felt that anyway. But I think it helped because Kyla was slowly introducing me to people and easing me into it. So she gifted me my first ever pair of gloves. She jumped in the classes with me just to get me used to boxing, and then would add boxing into our PT sessions. And when I first started with her, though, I was so unfit. Like, I had a lot of weight to lose and was really I was kind of at a low point in my life. Self-esteem and confidence and all of that was really at an all-time low. So meeting her changed everything, because she's just got this inner drive, and she really committed. Like, she was like, right, we're going to turn everything around. We're going to change your habits, your routine. And it took a good 2 years to form that routine, and we got there just in time for when she took off to have Bub. So it was just like perfect timing. Like, I always think, thank God I met her, because you kind of sometimes you just need that person who's, not your family or friends to kind of give you that tough love.
She's not going to sugarcoat it, is she?
No, she definitely did not. There were moments in there that, got a bit teary, because she's harsh, like she's full on, but I needed it at the time.
She's firm but fair.
Yes,
is what I hear.
She's so motherly and nurturing, and she always said everything with love and like with a hug after, and she's the best. Yeah. Love her. So
it's people like her and like Glenn and the other trainers down there.
Yeah.
They created that culture.
Yes.
I think that's it. Where it doesn't matter what you look like, what age you are. They're just very welcoming. And I know that he wouldn't tolerate anyone that puts anyone else down. Or affected the culture down there at all.
Yeah. No, even though I didn't, join the classes initially, like Glenn was around when I was doing PT, and he was always so friendly, so warm and welcoming. And then when I actually joined, I was about to join, he just let me do some classes for free to kind of see if I liked it. So there was about a couple of months there that I would just still be doing personal training, and then jumped in a few classes just to ease myself in and meet people. And I was like, I'm loving it. Like, of course I'm going to stay on. And then, it was 2021, early that year. And just joined the classes and like absolutely loved the vibe, and everything was, it was just a lot of fun. So boxing for me has become it's like therapy. I love it. So it's been about 4 years, and it all started with Kyla. So
it's amazing how many girls are getting into it now.
Yeah.
Because it was almost like they were the odd ones out in the class.
Yes.
But you see them now, and it's almost 50-50.
Yeah.
They're doing a great job.
They are killing it, yeah.
Since it's become Good Vibes with Ben.
Yes.
He's a quality man
He's
as well.
He's a legend.
And Coach V as well.
Yep.
He's down there.
Two legends.
They're great guys. I can't say a bad word about those guys.
Two of the best.
Has there been any change in culture down there? Because the way the gym looks and I suppose the way it's promoted is very, very different.
Yeah, it's a total rebrand. It's fresh energy. It's the same gym, but it's got a different feel, that's for sure. But the classes are amazing. Like, there's so much fun. They've literally created a good vibe. Like, it's just, it's so much fun to be a part of, and it's like a little community. And you've got the splash of pink coming in, so definitely they want it more female friendly, which is awesome. And more like a wellness centre as well. So they're adding yoga and it's just very holistic. It's got a holistic feel to it. So, it's a lot of fun. For me, that was, when did I find out? Really late last year. And obviously initially, it was a bit of a shock. But a lot of the same people are still there, and that's all that matters. If you've got your friends, you're working out with your friends, it's a good time. So I
think that's where the respect for people like Ben and Coach V come into it, where it was a massive change, but the fact that they know that these two guys and the rest of, not just those two, but they're the only ones I've been exposed to. Yeah. That's what's kept the clientele there.
Yes, and they definitely know how to cater the classes to everyone. They've got a female-only class on Monday nights, and they've asked some of us more advanced girls, what they can improve on so that we're not bored, and also then, tailor it to the girls who are just coming in and have never boxed before. So I thought that was really cool. They're really making the effort to, reach out and communicate with us members. And Ben just knows his stuff, and so does V. They're so talented and skilled. And it was good because Ben was a trainer there for a year prior to buying the gym. So everyone got to know him, and everyone loves him. So, yeah.
And is Paul Onafaro one of the coaches there now, boxing coaches? Prime time,
there.
Paul.
Yeah.
Has he got a shirt on?
Yeah, mostly, yeah.
He fought back. He fought at the first one you went to.
Yes,
that's right.
Did.
He fought
Jimmy.
Jimmy, that's it. Jimmy Ross, sorry.
Yep.
Sorry, Jimmy, had a quick mind fog there. So you've got access to so many, and it's the same as Marnie. You have access to an absolute plethora, as an underused word, plethora of knowledge and experience from first-time boxers who've done the PCR up to the coaches. And this is on top of your training you're getting at Counterbalance.
I know, right? Pretty lucky. I was saying to Courtney the other day, I feel spoiled for choice
Courtney
when it comes
O'Connor.
to sparring partners.
Did you get a word in? Okay.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
She's probably having a drink. Yeah.
Yeah. I know. Friday morning coffee. I'm trying to get a word in. No, she's
4 hours 20.
Wow.
Is the record still held by Courtney O'Connor, the spicy disaster.
But I just feel very, very lucky because Paulie was actually my first sparring partner ever. I'd never sparred before. Jumped in there with him, and I was shocking. And he was so patient, so kind. Everyone's been amazing. I've been sparring with Lockie weekly. That's been consistent since the start of the year. He's a member at Good Vibes. Marnie for a few weeks now. Courtney got a sesh locked in with her tomorrow. So I feel like, yeah, just spoilt for choice. Everyone's just putting their hand up and like willing to jump in there and help me, which is amazing. The support's been overwhelming. So, yeah, it's been good.
Everyone remembers what it's like to be in there as a beginner.
Yeah.
And you would have seen that at Counterbalance. How have you found Counterbalance as opposed to Good Vibes?
It's very different. So I haven't done any classes at Counterbalance yet, but like it's great. Like I love, everyone down there. They're so supportive. Craig's really great. He knows his stuff. Yeah, he's good. But they're very different gyms. I feel like, definitely Good Vibes is more of like the boxing focused, and Counter, it's good because I can separate the two. I can just go like do some stuff at Good Vibes and then go to Counter, and I've got the two to go between and not like just get sick of the one place.
Best of both worlds, hasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So it's been good. Like, yeah, it's a good new gym. Craig's so friendly and welcoming, and yeah, it's great.
He's got the whole family in there, hasn't he?
Yeah, he does, yes.
What area do you live in?
I'm in Woodvale.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a bit closer to, okay. That's a fair trek down there to Counterbalance.
It is, yep. So it's about 20 from Good Vibes, and so 40 minutes to get to Counter.
That's
but what
commitment.
I do, it is. But I'm like, it's 8 weeks of my life. Like it's just, small sacrifice. And
I headed down there once and I complained for about 2 weeks.
Did you? For me, driving's not a big deal. Like I love it. Just chuck on the tunes, my walkout song, get me pumped up on the way to training.
Possibly chuck on a podcast. Maybe you can show some support for this. You'll be listening to your own voice. No time.
So I'll usually do like a class at Good Vibes, and then I'll go straight to PCR training and just make it work. So I figured it out with traffic early on that I can make it. And so when I go from there straight on, it kind of breaks it up a bit. Doesn't feel like it's as long as a trek, but then I'll definitely feel it like on the way home. I'm like, oh, it's nearly 9 o'clock. I'm like ready for bed, just skip dinner.
How are you sleeping?
Pretty good. Yeah, I sleep well. I mean, I'm up early most days, like for classes and stuff, but I make sure I'm in bed like 10-ish. I mean, after a sparring session though, it's so hard to switch off and just, actually get to bed before midnight. So it's just the adrenaline, your mind's racing and like thinking, what could I have done better? Or, but yeah, I feel in general like I'm pretty refreshed. Sleeping good. So,
and are you working full time?
At the moment I'm casual,
Okay.
So I'm doing relief work at a few different schools. So yeah, that's actually worked out well. It's very flexible.
I was going to say, how's it been able to commit to this? Because it sounds like you are really training. Training is your focus above everything else at the moment.
Yeah, for sure. I got told by someone early on who's done it years ago. He goes, look, all you need is time. Like really with this, you need to commit for those 8 weeks and just like that's your life. But of course, everything possible that can pop up has popped up for me.
Tell me what's
social
happened.
events and bloody. So I knew this though early on. I was saying to Glenn and Krabby at coffee one morning before I'd even applied. I was like, look, I'm thinking about doing this one. I've just got some questions for you guys. They're like, hit me. So I had like this whole list of questions, and because I'm an overthinker. And
Who did you ask these questions to?
I asked Glenn. So I messaged him when
Don't do that. Just go straight to Krabby.
Yeah, I did as well. I picked his brain a bit at coffee, and then with Glenn, I messaged him after they initially posted the, like the
expression of interest.
Yes. Yeah, they posted that late last year, and I was like, look, I really want to do this one. I'm just not sure, this, or should I wait later in the year? And then he was like, when I see you next, just come have a chat. And so we spoke, and he's like, look, you're always going to have things on. Life's going to be busy. You don't have to come to every single training session. You just do what you can as much as you can. So, yeah, I had my sister's hens. I had a wedding.
I did see those photos of you at the hands.
Yeah.
Looking all pretty. I don't know what the word is. Yeah.
Thank you. And then my 30th and there's just been like one big life event after the other. So, yeah, her wedding was just this past weekend, which was amazing. But, yeah, and then I did not make training both of those days. So I was out Saturday and Sunday and I felt so guilty. But, I mean, you know, I'll make up for it. Working twice as hard this week. So
sometimes you need to do that. You need to give yourself a little bit of a break right in the middle of it. And that's a perfect time to do it. It's better to do it now than the week before the fight.
Thank God the wedding was earlier in April rather than later. And, I mean, I know that I'm putting in the work, so not too worried, but it's just the FOMO. Like, I don't want to miss out on any of the experience as well. So you want to, like, try and make every single session if you can. Just hit Glenn and Krabby with a bunch of questions and they had a good, quick, smart answer to everything, which was amazing.
I think they've probably been asked those questions 100 times.
For sure.
Yeah. But they're dead right. There is always something on. There's never a perfect time. No. It's like anything. It's like buying a house, like having kids. It's like anything. Yeah. It's never a perfect time. You just got
to jump in the deep end and do it sometimes.
It's always dramas.
And I'm so glad I did because just this bunch of people are incredible. Like, it's been so fun and, like, the friendships and bonds formed is really special. So I'm glad I bit the bullet and did it this time instead of waiting possibly later this year or next year, because it's one of those things that you just kind of put off because I'd thought about it for so long, and then having gone to it and then seeing it, like the whole production of it, I was like, wow, like I gotta give this a crack. So yeah, I'm so glad I applied.
Since you've been in the blue team, though, now you're not going to be working with Nige and Craig. What was your relationship with Nige like? Because to me, he's sort of like he's not got his face up there on all the posters and everything. Glenn likes that kind of stuff. But Nige just seems to be like that silent assassin in the background, doesn't he?
He's very humble as well. He's just, he does his work and doesn't want all the glitz and glam. No. Like he's kind of behind the scenes. That's how he was at Anarchy too. Like, he would come in for a few classes, and I'd done his classes at Anarchy before, and so I knew of him. He'd float around the gym and be chatting to Kyla while I was doing PT, and so I'd have a quick chat, just a hi. But I didn't know him too well. But this training camp, I got to know him a little bit. And, he's the best. He's so lovely and so sweet, seeing the dynamic between him and his sister. It's just...
Case.
She's so nice. Great. I love her. She's
That's
beautiful.
That's going to be a fight with her and Jenna.
Oh, I'm so excited for that one. Fight of the night for the girls, I reckon. Like,
that is...
next
I
level.
cannot pick that one.
Nah, me neither. I saw them sparring and just, being on the same team as Jenna. I know she's good, so... we're in for a show.
I thought with that one, that Casey was going to have the advantage, obviously, with Nige there and the experience, because she's got a background in combat sports. I thought, okay, she's going to have the advantage here. And then I saw Jenna jump in the ring when they were asking for people to spar. Yeah. And she, without hesitation, jumped in with the guys. And I saw her and I went, oh, this girl's going to be a problem for someone.
Oh, yeah, 100%. She was actually my first person that I partnered with, day one of training, and she was pushing me hard, and I'm like, oh, my God, if I have to go against you, like, I'm dead. And I literally said that to one of my friends after. He was like, how'd you go today? And I said, look, this girl's next level. She's just... and she's so loud and outgoing, and she's got the best energy, and... she's going to kill it, both of them. So I can't pick it. I don't know.
I can't pick any of these fights.
No.
The matchups, I know we always speak about this, but how do they get the matchups that close?
Oh, it's so tricky. Like, I do not envy them when they have to put it together. I spoke to Glenn like the night he was doing it, and he's like, look, we're right in the middle of it, and it's so stressful, but we're getting there. Girls are actually a lot easier to match up than the guys. So they were having a bit of trouble just because they needed the attendance up a little bit to get the guys in the ring and actually suss that out. So I think they finally, they put it together, and
15
it's actually
fights.
Good. Yeah, 15.
First time I've seen 15. I think I've seen all 14s, and there was a 13 because I believe someone dropped out at the last minute. Someone got injured once. 15 fight's going to be a big night.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting 15. I thought there'd be 14. So I think they only had to cut like one boxer.
That's right, because there was 30. Yeah. Was there 32 of you when I came down to see you, and then someone got injured and had to pull out early?
Yes.
So they only had to cut one boxer.
That's it. Yeah.
And I believe that boxer, I don't know if this is right, they're guaranteed of getting in the next one.
Yes.
I think that's how it works.
Yeah. They said that on orientation day. You will automatically get the call up and go into the next PCR for sure. So, yeah,
That's a good arrangement, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah. We had our fingers crossed. We're like, oh, you just, you want to get through, obviously. And, but, he'll get his chance.
Ashley Bunning, I got to say, she came in very fresh, didn't know, I don't think she knew she'd done any boxing before.
Oh, wow.
And she's the one that it didn't come naturally to, but put in the work.
Oh, yeah.
And on the night fought Samantha Double Shot Lane.
Yeah.
And put on an incredible performance.
Yeah.
I was so impressed with how far Ash had come from the start.
Incredible. I did follow a bit of her journey and just like training at Anarchy, you see the training camps come through, and it's so interesting to see some people who have never done it before and they just throw themselves in the deep end, because I'm like, I could never have started this if I hadn't boxed for 4 years prior. Like,
imagine coming in fresh.
Pad holding. Yeah, fresh. And some people have, and I'm just like, I take my hat off to you. Like, that's incredible to do PCR with not much experience at all, and then to absolutely kill it, and just to see their growth is so interesting as well. Like, amazing. She did really well.
And it also shows you how far you can come in 8 weeks.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like a long time. 8 weeks, I was freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, that's not long at all. So I started back in January, because I found out around Christmas time on the way to coffee. Glenn's like,
someone's got their favourites. All right, Glenn. Can't tell anyone, Brad. I said, yeah, all right, whatever.
He was, well, that's also because I do like pester him. I'm always like asking questions, and he can't keep secrets from me. He's just like, look, I got to tell you. Like, I know ya, I love ya, I got to tell ya. So he's been really good with that. But I found out Christmas time, we're going to Friday morning coffee after the class that he took, and he just said it like, okay, go get your mouth guard. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, go get your mouth guard and we're going to start sparring, or I'm just going to like hit you around the head a few times.
Get used to it? Get
used to the punches. And I was like, am I in? He's like, of course you're in. And I was like, like acting surprised as if like, of course. It was still unexpected, like took me by surprise, I think, because I just in my mind I thought, I don't want to get my hopes up, because what if there's not a match up? Some years there's like really small girls, who knows. So that was one of my concerns early on. So I didn't even want to tell many people. I just didn't really say much over Christmas. I told like some family. I was like, this could be happening. I didn't want to think too much about it. But at the time, as soon as I even hit apply, I was just like, the butterflies. I was like, what have I done? Like, what am I actually doing? Like, I've got to fight in April if this all goes to plan. But then as soon as I started training, like all of the worries went away, and started in January just sparring. And, yeah, obviously Glenn, got me used to actually being hit, and so we did that session, which was good because I'd never been hit in the head before, so I really just needed to focus on not backing away and blinking as much. I'm a bit of a blinker. Nigel's like, in one of the early sessions, he was just like, stop blinking.
What do you mean blinking?
When someone's just coming at you, and I'd just be like this, like fluttering my eyes, like just a natural reaction. Yeah, literally just like fluttering, and I'm like, and then like backing away. I do a lot of that. And then, so got better, worked on that. And so thank God I started in Jan, just easing into it slowly and trying to get the fitness up as much as possible, because I was like, 8 weeks does not seem like enough time. Like, I need to start getting serious now. And I think it's helped. So just tried to do as many classes at Good Vibes as I could. Started to do some doubles, which kills you. Like, I don't know how people do that often. Like
double classes.
Yeah, you do the morning and the evening, which is a lot.
Can't do a single.
Yeah.
As you can tell.
But I mean, it's fun. Like, it's especially when you know you're going and you're partnering up with someone, you've committed to someone. I hate bailing, so I find that when I have planned a partner, I will always show up.
On time?
On time, always actually early when I go there.
Today was the exception,
I know,
obviously.
sorry.
Yeah.
I hate being late. I
won't bring it up.
There's a bit of traffic in the morning, so, you know, I have to work around that. I'm not around the corner, you know. No, so, yeah, always like to be early because you got to, like, put your hand wraps on and do that whole thing.
Got to
be prepared. And then you got someone waiting for you as well, so you really don't want to let them down. I don't think I've ever bailed on someone unless I'm literally, like, on my deathbed. I will not do that. Just because I love it so much. Like, I don't want to miss out. It's fun.
And having a focal point of April 22, which it is, must make it easier to train.
Oh, yeah.
Must make it so much easier.
Yeah, so much easier. You got that sort of deadline. So it's like, that's it. You know, you want to give it everything and know that you pushed yourself and tried your absolute best and not have any regrets come April 22.
That's going to be the hardest thing to do is to understand that all the people that have come to watch you, they're not coming to watch you win.
No.
They're coming to watch you no matter what happens to achieve something. And I think the credit that's given to the event itself, like, as well as the fighters, but to the fact that Nige and Glenn and Chris Craig and all the support team like Pim, is they give this group of people an opportunity to do something. Like, it's not just you guys getting in there, it's the opportunity to do what you guys do.
Exactly.
Because not many people do even get the opportunity.
No, it's so special. Like, it's actually such a privilege to even get in and to do it. And it's the journey to the ring, you know. You're learning so much about yourself throughout the process and what you're capable of and just the support. Like, it's been so fun to commit to sessions with everyone every week and the love and support from them as well. It's just the whole experience. Like, it's really cool. Yeah.
How do you think you're going to go on the night? Because you've lived it twice, and I guess the second one you were going there thinking in a different frame of mind. The first one, I'm guessing, was just pure enjoyment.
Oh, yeah.
I saw the table you were sitting on as well. I was sitting right in front of you that day.
Were you?
Yeah, and I turned around and I saw Kiara and I saw Jason.
Yeah.
And then I thought, I'm avoiding this table at all costs.
I was sitting at the PCR tables because they all organised it, right? And yeah, they were, so it was literally the reds on one side and the blues on the other. And I was like smack bang in the middle by chance. I don't know how. And so they were all, it was this night that they really planted the seed and they were all like, oh, Leah's going to do it next. And like, you know, red, blue, they're all like trying to sway me to either side. And I was like, I don't know, guys, I love all of you. Like, I was so torn because I'm like friends with all of them. And at the end of the day, like, it doesn't matter because they're all like, I'm getting support from people who have been like on the red team, you know, and when it comes down to that, like, I know it's a rivalry, but they're going to be there for their friends.
Aside, don't they?
For sure. So that's been amazing. But that was a good table. Yeah, it was really fun that night. Had a good time. And that's when I really got it in my head that, okay, think I'm going to apply. Then Courtney posted a photo of a few of us from the night, and that's when we were chatting, and she was just like, are you going to do it? I was like, yep. Kind of joking. I was like, yep, 2023. And then I put it out there and Courtney she kind of held me accountable.
Oh,
and
Courtney's the ultimate hype man.
She was hounding me every day at the gym after that. She's like, did you see they put the post up? Have you applied yet? And I was like, not yet, but I will. I've just got like my sister's wedding. I've got, you know, my 30th and all of these things happening. I was like, I don't know if I should wait. And she was like, yeah, true. And then I spoke to a few more people and, you know, everyone was kind of like, you can do it all. Like, you really can do it all. You've got to like commit and, you know, if you want it bad enough, if you want to do this one, you can do it. So yeah, that's kind of how that happened. So Courtney actually had a huge role to play in
because Courtney got the win, didn't she? She got the win over Megan the Stallion Bassioli. I do recall that.
Yes, Megan's lovely. Actually met her
quality girl.
properly at Jackie's fight. Yeah, she's so nice. So and it's good because like Courtney was there too, so it's so funny seeing like these two girls went up against each other in the ring, but look, they're great mates. Like, you just hug it out. It's not personal. And
it's genuine friendship as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Everyone's super close. Red or blue, doesn't matter. But I think, the rivalry at the moment is starting to come out because it's like we just split last week. So it's like it's on. It's feeling even more real now that we kind of know our opponents, and it's all tongue-in-cheek. Like, it's all good fun, but it keeps it interesting.
So you've only been separated into the two teams about a week now. Have you noticed a big change since the separation?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. It's like cutthroat now.
I told people, I said, listen, this is going to go bad. That chat group, I can imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Don't want to be part of that chat group.
Oh, Glenn started it last week, and it's just like, it's just the banter is the best. It's so funny. And
look at some of the people you've got in yours. You've got Breezy.
Yep.
Who is, he's just another version of Glenn.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, you got Glenn. Does Chris chime in with a few things as well?
Oh, I mean, he's a busy guy, so not often. No, he's a bit quiet on there. Who else have we got? Yeah, all the girls. Jenna, obviously. She's very loud and active on there. Yep.
She's seen some things.
Yeah, she has. The group chat's going off, especially now that we've had a little sneak peek at the red team last night on stories.
Oh, you were watching it?
Everyone was watching it, and they're like, right, okay.
Don't believe.
It's on.
They will show you. Nigel's far too smart for that kind of thing.
It's just a little snippet,
It'll still be lies.
Yeah.
You got to understand anything that comes out of their mouth. The same as you. You guys are the same. I guarantee you Glenn will be putting up false videos and trying to mess with the red team.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what you got to do.
It's all a mind game, really. But I just noticed even the change in the coaches. Like, as soon as we split, it's like, right, guys, you're fighting in under 3 weeks. Like, the whole demeanour changed in them. They were like, yelling at us, swearing at us, like, guys, like, let's go. It was like a boot camp, and it's what we need. Like, it's amazing. It's really pushing us and just trying to get the cardio right up. So, because Glenn's like, don't bother doing a 10K run. Like, what good's that going to do? It's all about sprints, like hill sprints, sled, assault bike, make that your best friend. Just
third thing.
Get it
Jesus.
Get it done.
Because it is a very specific type of fitness you're going to have.
Yeah. A lot of people have compared it to a 6-minute sprint with someone coming at you the whole time. So, yeah.
6 minutes doesn't sound long. You try to sprint for 6 minutes? It's not going to happen.
No, I'm not a runner. I've told so many people I hate it. Like, a block run at Good Vibes bloody just ruins my day.
That's probably that's where it's a big advantage for you guys moving from Anarchy, because remember that hill at Anarchy?
Oh, Anarchy Hill was a killer. It still is, because I'm obviously still training there. Yeah. Good Vibes Hill now, but it's we got to do that hill sprint, and then the first thing I said once I got to counterbalance was, there's no hill, like, thank God.
Nice and flat.
It's nice and flat, although they did make us do a block run the first day of training. We haven't done one since, though. It's just a lot of skipping.
All right, tell me who has made all this possible for you. Who are the sponsors that are getting behind Leah for this one?
Well, my amazing brother-in-law, his company,
Cass Auto Electrics and Aircon.
Yeah. He's a legend.
What's his name?
His business. Ron Clark.
Ron Clark.
Yeah. Started his business at 21 in 2017. So, yeah, he's, self-funded, just hard worker. His dad's actually in the business as well, so he's learnt a lot from him. Auto electrician, servicing the rural and metro areas of WA.
Is he busy over summer with all those people whose air cons have died over?
Yeah. He's always a busy man. He's just, always on the go. But he still makes time for everyone in his life. Like, he's incredible. And then when I mentioned that I wanted to do this and I knew his wedding was also in April, I was like, look, you know.
Oh, so he's the one that got married to your sister?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a wedding that I'm hearing about. Yes.
Yeah. So
the drinking weekend that you had.
Drinking weekend.
And you couldn't go to training that weekend.
I actually didn't get drunk. I wasn't hungover. It was more just like the hype of it all. I was just exhausted because I'm actually not a big drinker. So this whole, training camp's not difficult for me when it comes to drinking at all. I can manage that. I'm good. But, so I mentioned to him that this was happening end of April. Would it be possible? I didn't want to put too much pressure on because obviously, his wedding is so important, first and foremost. And straight away he was like, nah, that's the coolest thing ever. He put his hand up. He was like, of course. So, he was behind me from day one. He's into boxing and so are his friends. Like, they don't actually, like, he doesn't box, but like, he enjoys UFC and all of that, and he has always heard about the event, and so he's pretty stoked to come. And
so he's coming along?
Yeah.
Sister coming along? Yes. The new bride?
Yeah, she'll be there.
Who else has come along to support you?
So I've got a family and friends table from, everyone outside of the gym, and then I've got a good vibes table, actually.
You've got a specific good vibes table. Tell me the quality lineup that's on this good vibes table.
Well,
I'll give my opinion on each of these people, how they're going to be at the end of the night.
I know, right? So literally, to take the stress off of me organising it, they were a bunch of legends and put a group chat together, and were like, let's all buy Leah's table. So we've got Courtney, of course.
1 out of 10, Courtney O'Connor.
Yep. V,
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. I don't know if you'd know too many of the others, but we've got Lockie.
Don't know Lockie yet?
Yeah, no, he's considered PCR. So, stay tuned. Never say never. He's on there. We've got Bella, Mia. They're kind of new to Good Vibes. They came just as sort of transitioned.
From Anarchy to Good Vibes?
Yeah. We got Mongy, of
10 out of 10. 11 out of 10, Mongy.
Yep. And he did PCR in November. We got Elliot, so Steph's cousin.
Oh, because Steph's fighting in it.
Yeah.
Is it? Elliot Ustini.
Yes.
That's right. He got the win over Daniel, the Bacardi Bulldog Baker. That was a tough fight.
Yeah, it was.
The Bacardi Bulldog had a chin, just kept coming.
Yep.
He did well. Steph, he broke his nose. Elliot. Not Steph, Elliot.
Yeah.
He broke his nose just before the fight.
Yep.
I didn't say a word. I knew about it, didn't say a word.
Oh, wow.
See, I can keep my mouth shut.
There you go.
I know all this stuff.
Yeah, so we've got a few PCR alumni at that table.
They seem to enjoy it so much more when, they obviously enjoyed the event they were in, but they love it so much more when they can sit back and just enjoy it.
Yep, for sure. It's nice to be able to just have the night off, no pressure. That's what I'm looking forward to at the next one.
You're going to have some rowdy people cheering for you.
I know. I feel very lucky, especially Bella is just the loudest, craziest, best hype girl ever. So she will be, front and centre. I know, I'm going to definitely be able to hear her probably more than I'll be able to hear Glenn. So, I feel very lucky. I got, all the Good Vibes crew coming. And then, mum, dad, brother-in-law, sister, auntie, uncle, a few cousins and good friends at the other table. Yeah, also my friend Holly, she was kind of nudging do you reckon you'd ever do it one day? And I was like, yeah, maybe. So
anyone
it's kind of full circle. Anyone can do it.
That is the key, is you don't have to be the greatest boxer in the world, because they will match you up with someone that is. I think that's where a lot of people hesitate, because they think, I don't know how to box that well, I can't do it. But then they just get so well matched.
Yeah, it can be an everyday person. It just really doesn't matter. I think the difference between, the people who want to do it and, who don't is really, it's just the drive. Like, you just got to, like, get in that mentality. Like, you got to commit to it, and, like, really anyone can do it at any fitness level, because it is so intense that they do train you up really well and get you confident enough to step into the ring. So, yeah, good experience. Recommend.
Someone did speak very highly of you, actually. I was just trying to remember who it was. It was Marnie, who was extremely happy that she was on your team, because she said that you guys hit it off from day one.
We did. We just clicked from day one, orientation day. Love her. She's so sweet. So all along I was just like, oh, please, Glenn, like, get her on the blue team. Like, let's hope, fingers crossed. And, he came through.
Have you seen her photo?
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't do that poor girl justice.
I know. I was thinking that, both her and I, like you said,
I think they must retake. Are they going to retake these photos for your cardboard cutouts?
No. They should, though, because I feel like everyone looks better after. Like, I would love to have mine retaken. Please. They should do the photos after the training camp, like, just pump them out. But I know they need to get all the artwork put together and all of that. So
they got their hands full.
Yeah, good job, Millie.
The colour photos. Millie does a great job, doesn't she? Good on you, Millie. She fought in PCR too as well.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a legend.
A few fights at high school as well, apparently, according to YouTube.
So I've heard.
Como Senior High. Nice one, Millie.
She's an OG Anarchy girl.
So what did these people, obviously all these people are coming to support you. How do they feel, especially the family? How do they feel about their lovely young daughter getting in the ring?
Look, Dad is very hesitant from the get-go. He was just like, oh, not my baby girl. Like, why are you doing this? Mum is more like, yeah, get in there. Like, let's go.
It's normally the other way around. Normally the dad's like, get in there, sort that out.
I know. It's so crazy. But now that they've seen me train and, Dad's he's come around more. He's like, yeah, of course we're going to come and support you. We're seeing you, put in the work, and, they're going to be there to support, but I'm sure they're going to be a bit like, oh, shit, well, what's she actually doing? Like, I don't think it'll feel real for them until the night, like actually just seeing it all come together. Yeah. But they have seen some videos, like, what I've posted on my story. My auntie actually messaged me the one of Glenn and I. She was just like, oh, I really don't like seeing your head go back like that. She was like, wow, like, that's a lot. She actually had to look away. I'm like, I'm fine. Like, it's all good. We just, headgears, I mean, it's important, but it doesn't really protect anything here. No. So it is what it is. Like,
they look after you, though. They look after you.
They really do, yeah.
You're in a boxing ring, so there's the dangers there. But I definitely think that you're in very good hands with both coaching, both coaches as well, looking out for you. Because if Nige sees something that he doesn't like, he wouldn't hesitate for someone's well-being. He wouldn't hesitate in stepping in, even though he isn't your coach. Yeah. And the ref looks after you as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, very well looked after. I feel even just throughout training, like, they're also just attentive, and, they're taking care of us, making sure that, we're eating right and drinking enough water, and, like, they'll, especially early on with sparring, like, they'll, get you in there with people your size. So it's all very fair. Like, it's all done well. And on the night,
in there with Jenna.
Yeah. Oh, God, I have been in there, a couple of times with her. She's next level. She's really challenged me, but it's been good for me. Like, with Marnie as well, I said, just come at me. I know, like, it's going to be tough, but I need it. So just give me all the practice that I can get. And there's a doctor there on the night as well. So I feel like we'll be fine.
I haven't seen anyone get hurt. Obviously I've seen 2 fights stopped. Yeah. But besides those 2, everyone else seems to be doing well. If you think about a percentage-wise, that's still pretty good. When you go to a normal fight night and you may see, 30 to 50% knockouts. Where this isn't about knocking out your opponent. This is purely skill and heart. Yes. And third round, the heart comes in when you are gassed.
Yeah, you got to give it your all. I'm just thinking of that third round. I keep asking everyone, and they're like, look, I'm sure they just don't want to scare me. But, yeah, they're like, you really just have nothing left to give, but you somehow find it within you and just push through. And I keep asking, like, compare it to something though, and they're like, no,
can't.
you just cannot. It's just, and even like the whole training camp itself, like, you know, I had lots of messages of support going into it, like people who had done it, and they were just like trying to, you know, compare it to something and give me an idea of what to expect, but I just didn't get it until I actually started myself, just like the emotional roller coaster that it is, and all the feelings that come with, you know, stepping in there. And even like, because my big issue was just I don't want to hurt anyone. Like I really struggled with that. So early on I just needed to push past that, and, you know, especially like Paulie, because we've got kind of this little sparring group that we started. Haven't really done many sessions, but before PCR kicked off we got in one, and he was like, you got to find that inner aggression. He just kept saying, just find this inner aggression within you. And then he saw it come out during one of the sessions, and he's like, there it is. He's like, grab that and like run with it. So just trying to remember, you know, it's not personal. Like you just got to get it done.
It's not.
Nah.
And they're going to be doing exactly the same thing to you. And I'm sure your opponent in no way wants to hurt you.
No. We don't want to hurt each other. Yeah. And especially with our teammates as well, we don't want to hurt each other at this point. We want just, you know, the best for everyone to learn and to help them grow, you know, as much as possible and prep them. So that's just in the back of our minds at the moment. But yeah, everyone's just like, you know, when someone's coming for you, someone's coming for your head, like you're going to get aggressive and you're going to want to, you know, fight back. So I think I'm saving a bit for the actual night, because in sparring, I'm sparring with people I love. Like they're all legends and they're helping me. And so it's like, oh, I don't want to hurt you. And although probably, yeah, like the sessions I've had with Marnie have really pushed me, because
she'll hit you.
Yeah, she's hit me hard. She's the only one who's actually made me feel physically sick after a session. And then she got me good on the nose a few times, and there was a bruise, but like only I could tell. And I'm like, thank God, like as long as nothing's broken, I'm good. I can deal with bruises. That's fine. Ended up having like bruises and stuff on my arms after a session once with someone, and I didn't actually realize, because in the moment it's funny, like it's fight or flight, so you don't feel the pain as much, and then you get home and you see it in the mirror and you're like, oh, but you survive. Like it's fine. It's nothing. It's yeah, as long as there's no blood. I saw some blood at a session the other day with some of the boys, and that made me feel a bit sick. I was like, fuck.
Those boys don't muck around, do they?
Nah.
They were sparring way too hard from the start. I thought, oh man, I'm not a coach. Yeah. You'd almost feel like you've missed out on something if you got to the end of the fight and you weren't bruised and battered.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what you want. It's just the whole PCR experience. You got to give it your all.
There's nothing better than walking off the field of any game that you've played when you are absolutely exhausted, your body is ruined, because you know you've given it everything. Yeah. Even if you don't win.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, doing everything we can to recover as well, ice baths and, you know, get in the sauna, just trying to look after the body a little bit, doing whatever we can. But, yeah, so far holding up well. Like,
do you feel more confident?
Yeah, definitely.
Not just in the boxing ring, but just in general.
Just in life. Like, yeah, for sure. I feel like, you know, throughout my 20s, I had low self-esteem and confidence just from, like, what I went through. And then I kind of started boxing. I feel like that just gives you this inner confidence. And then obviously doing this, I remember day one, orientation day, Glenn was like, you know, doing the pep talk, and he said, guys, you will not be the same person by the end of this. Like, just wait until, like, you get in that ring and you're going to be completely different. Like, mentally, physically, emotionally, it changes you. And that's what everyone said from the get-go. And I was like, but how? Like, I didn't quite. Yeah. And now I'm like, okay, yeah. I've seen the change within myself for sure. Definitely more confident. And yeah, just I think that's why it's such a good experience. I would recommend to anyone just to put yourself out of your comfort zone and see what you're capable of, for sure. Definitely wouldn't be who I am if I had not have like reached out and just finally made the decision to change my life, really. And boxing played a huge part in that, for sure. Like, who would have thought? I know a lot of people say, and I suppose gyms will often promote themselves as saying, you'll change your life at this gym. And whether it's real or not, I'm not too sure with certain gyms. But having a gym as opposed to, say, a gym where you go lift weights and do the occasional aerobics class, having a very specific kind of structure in a gym, whether it be a boxing gym, I have seen some people come out of this completely different people, and they seem to be so much happier. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Just seeing the shift in your mood after a class is amazing. And I think also if it's a social gym as well, it's that motivation to, get there and work out with your friends, and, you got a partner lined up, which also, holds you accountable. It is life-changing for sure. I think boxing is just, like, it's one of a kind. It's like there's something special about it. It just bonds people and gives people who, aren't so confident that, inner confidence that they need. So, yeah, it's amazing. I'm always like trying to rope my friends into coming down and trying classes, but they're like, I'm so unco. And I'm like, well, so was I day one. Everyone is when they start. You're not the best, especially on pads. That was hard because I had done boxing throughout my sessions with Kyla, and then she was like, oh, let's do your first class. This is like end of 2020 or something. She was like, let's get you, eased into classes because, I'm about to leave and I want you to like just feel really comfortable and confident on the pads. And I was like, okay, like how hard can it be? And go in there, and she was like 20 minutes late. So she texted me and was like, oh, just partner up with anyone. And I was like, no, what do you mean? Like this poor guy I had to partner up with. And I'd never used pads before. And I
never held the pads.
Never held pads for anyone. And I was like, I had no idea which way to slip or roll or whatever, and I was just terrible. And I kept apologising, and he looked so pissed off. And I was like, fuck. And then she finally showed up, and I was like, save me. And so then she jumped in and helped. But that was Glenn running that class, actually. And like he was great. He was obviously, trying to help me out, but it's like he's trying to run the class and I'm so new. Then I was fine when we switched and I was boxing because I knew that. But then eventually it clicks. I left feeling so depleted at that session, and Kyla texted me after and was just like, it's okay. Like, you did so well considering, and one day it's just going to click and it'll flow. And then it did. Like, she kind of explained it like as if you're throwing the punch as well, like sort of catch it as if you're, putting that energy in with a jab or a cross or hook. And then eventually you get the hang of like the slips and the rolls and kind of get in the rhythm of it, and then it's fun. I love it now. I love pad holding.
I think boxing has got a bit of a bad rap.
Yeah.
Because if someone goes, I'm going to a boxing gym, they think that, all right, straight away you're going to be in the ring getting hit by people. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's so scary, especially for women. I think that's why Ben and V have now created this, female-friendly environment. They're trying to, attract more women to come down and not be so afraid, because it's like, like boxing gym, it's really, there's going to be a lot of guys there. You could, end up with a guy as your partner and he might be hitting way too hard, or they might have the impression that, you're getting in the ring. But it's not that at all. Like, I feel, especially at Good Vibes, there's always someone to partner up with. Like, there will always be someone, if not one of the trainers will partner up with you. But yeah, so the female class on Monday nights is good, because if some women are just so out of their depths and out of their comfort zone with men being around, then at least that's like they're creating a safe space for them just for that night. So
almost as a stepping stone into getting into the mixed classes.
Yes.
Do they do kids classes down there?
No, they don't, but maybe one day, possibly.
It's an idea, Ben.
Yeah, there you go.
2 kids down there.
Yes.
Sort out some of their issues.
Yeah. I 100% think starting kids early is the way to go. Like I'd put my kids in, to start boxing from an early age. I think it will build confidence and, fitness and all of that. So
Discipline.
That's
the key.
That routine.
Discipline.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Have you got any concerns about the night?
Not really. My main concern is just getting up to my room and sorting my hair.
Are you going to have braids? Is it called braids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, like literally just figuring out the game plan because we've got the makeup artist sorted. So we're all just like...
The makeup artist for afterwards.
Yeah.
How different are the girls and guys?
I know.
The guys
things we have to worry about.
just wear whatever wear their colours for the rest of the night. If they won, they'll wear the belt.
Yeah. Easy.
A couple of the girls wore their gear for the rest of the night. I'm pretty sure I saw Casey Rushforth in her gear for the rest of the night.
Yeah. To be honest, I wouldn't be mad about that because you get to wear just flat shoes and not have to worry about getting all glam. But yeah, obviously, got my dress and makeup sorted, but I'm just like that headgear. When I take it off, I'm so sweaty. So, and with the boxer braids, like, how the hell am I going to work with that?
You take the braids out? Do you take them out?
Yeah. Well, I noticed some people didn't last year. They just left them in. So I'm thinking dry shampoo, possibly leave them in, or just take them out and it'd be like tussled kind of curls.
Just this big afro.
Well, yeah. Imagine I might need to actually wash my whole head. So.
You're going to look great.
Yeah, so that's pretty much my only concern. No, but in all seriousness, no.
Fighting
third is pretty good, yeah. So should be done by 8? Getting on about 8-ish.
Not too sure. I am hopefully going to be speaking to Krabby and Chloe this week, hopefully get that run sheet to find out what time. You guys will, soon as they know, Glenn and Nige know, you guys will know as well.
Awesome. But no, I feel like just on the night I'd probably, just be freaking out more, like knowing that people are watching, how many eyes are on you. But right now I'm trying not to think about that, just focusing on the training because at the moment everything's done, everything's booked, locked in and everything's bought, so I don't need to stress about all those extras. It's just really just the boxing now.
The easy part.
Yeah, that's it.
As you enter the ring, you get the choice of walkout music. Mm-hmm. Tell me what you've decided. I should have a guess, but I won't. I was going to say mid-2000s R&B.
Yeah.
Tell me what you got.
Can't Be Touched by Roy Jones.
Roy Jones Jr.?
Yeah.
Boxer turned rapper. He just lost the other day to Anthony Showtime Pettis.
Ah.
He's getting old.
Yeah,
he's getting old. Okay, let's have a listen to this.
That is time.
Is it from the start or where are you coming in?
Yeah, from the start.
Have you?
Love it. It's so good.
First time I've heard this.
Really?
I like it. Straight off the bat.
Good. Okay.
Oh, are you going to get pumped?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been listening to it every day, just like in the zone on the way to training. I'm like, yes, let's go.
Okay. So when that drops, look out?
Look out. I mean, I'm just not sure what to do, whether to like play it cool, but I know the minute I get out there, I'm just going to be smiling.
Bring the house down.
Bring the house down.
Because you're out second. Red team come out first.
Yeah.
So you'll be coming out second.
Yeah. Awesome.
So she'll be in the ring just waiting.
She'll just be
terrified.
Waiting, watching for the bad bitch. Look out. So it was either this or Ambitions as a Rider by Tupac. So I was torn. And I really, I just wasn't sure which way to go. And then I feel like with Can't Be Touched, it's more upbeat. I can rap more as I'm walking out. So, yeah, it's got that part. So
you're showing a different side of you now.
Yeah.
I can see a little bit of ghetto in you at the moment.
Yeah.
Really?
My friends will tell you, like every wedding, if I'm a bridesmaid, like they get me to walk out to like 50 Cent or, any rap song, and I love it. Yeah, they're always like you got that in you. I reckon like in a past life you were, you were ghetto.
From the streets of Brooklyn.
Yeah, 100%.
Imagine, yeah. You should probably get cornrows.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking.
Should
yeah,
make them permanent.
People just wouldn't think it as well.
I didn't.
No.
I didn't.
No. So I love it. Love rapping. That's my hidden talent.
Do you into like the old Naughty by Nature, NWA and Public Enemy?
Yeah. I mean, not too much, but like I know of it and stuff. I'm more like 2000s rap, 50 Cent.
What do you think of the rappers now?
Oh, God. I mean...
It's special.
It's special for
it's
sure.
Unique. It's a nice way of saying it.
They don't make music like they used to.
Don't.
Nah. I mean, there's some good ones, but still, I feel like it's just, it's not how it used to be, is it?
No.
No.
We are sounding old.
We are.
Kids, the music these kids listen to.
Yeah.
Steph Little gave me about 10 songs, never heard of any of them.
Oh, really?
And last off, your nickname. What do we got?
Okay, so...
This is actually, I did see this. I've got a bit of a problem with this.
Yep.
Because where are you? There you are.
Tell me your thoughts.
I just have this thing about using the B word with ladies.
Yeah.
I've just got this... I'm not too sure. I mean, if it's your name, you can have whatever you want. But tell me what your nickname is.
Leah the Bad Bitch Durmanich.
Where did the bad bitch come from? I know it does rhyme, which I do like.
Yeah, of course. I mean, so I was just thinking of random words, anything that rhymed, and obviously bitch jumped out. So I'm like, just didn't know how to phrase it. And then I put it to Glenn, didn't tell him any of my thoughts, and he immediately came back with that, Leah the Bad Bitch Durmanich. So he's like, look, your surname rhymes with a swear word, we're going to have to go with it. Like,
oh yeah,
I mean, makes sense. And I mean, I don't mind a swear word either. So, and I was like, at first I was like, oh, can we get away with that? Like, is that allowed?
What's mum and dad going to say?
Oh, they're fine. Yeah, that's all good.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I'm a big girl. Like, whatever. No, and then I was like, oh, is that okay? Like, to be put on socials and all of that? Like,
sure.
Yeah. And he's like, we can do whatever the fuck we want. Like,
I was going to say, have you heard some of the language people use in here? And this is all linked to it.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, there you go.
It's boxing.
It's boxing. Yeah. It's, anything goes with boxing, I think. And with Glenn Austin, he's running the show. You can do whatever you want.
What would Glenn Austin's walkout music be?
Oh, I think he had, Notorious B.I.G.
Was it Nigel's nickname Notorious?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was.
Nigel, the Notorious
Glenn walked
Nigel
out
Groves.
to, I think he had all of the lights at his fight last year for like a bit of the intro. And then he came out to, was it Biggie, can't you see? He came out to Hypnotise.
Oh, that's right.
The one. Yeah, I think that's his song.
It is a shame that the microphones weren't turned on until halfway through the he had one of the greatest intros. I believe it was Sheldon that actually did his intro ringside, wow. And there's no copy of it. If anyone has a copy of that, please send it in, because that is something that I'd love to listen to. After this is all done, which is only 18 days away, 2.5 weeks away. Have you got something in place to take your focus, to take your attention after this is all finished?
Yeah, look, I have thought about that, like the post-PCR blues I've heard.
Oh, yeah, it's a real thing.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you put so much time and energy into it, and then all of a sudden the night comes and goes so quickly. So, that's a bit scary, just because it's all the hype, it's all the excitement, and I'm loving the journey so far. So I think I'm really going to miss it, especially seeing everyone constantly at training. Like, I love them all. We've all formed a close bond already in such a short amount of time. So definitely going to miss that. But we'll still, obviously catch up outside of training, and, we'll be friends forever. But I think I'm going to have to just keep boxing, just keep at it. I actually, really love it. Just keep at it with classes at Good Vibes, and have to, I don't know, do a triathlon or something, take up something else, because I've realised that how much I actually enjoy having a goal and having, you know, like something to work towards and to focus on. So, yeah, we'll see. But definitely want to fill my time because I hate being bored. I hate sitting around and not doing anything. So I really want to like, yeah, push myself and see what I can do next. But definitely always boxing. That's like part of my life. Like some people go, I need a break from it after this, but I think I just want to keep at it because I love the classes so much.
I think you'll be able to get involved with the next PCR the same as all the, like a lot of the fighters down at Good Vibes have been.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's not that far away. It's funny. I think it's about August they start kicking off for the next one.
Yeah, they will. It'll be like here before we know it. We've had Kiara obviously down at training because her brother Joey's doing it.
Did see that?
Yeah, so it's been amazing to have her there. She's one of my good friends and her support's been so good. So she said the same as well. Like everyone feels it. You know, you put so much into those 8 weeks and then it's over. Like it's flying by. We're already in week 6 and I just feel like time needs to slow down because it's crazy. Like I just want to go back to day 1, like orientation day, and like just tell myself to not be so nervous and don't worry so much. Don't overthink it because it's going to be the best experience of your life. And but I've really tried to soak it up as much as I can and just get as much out of this. So I've been enjoying it for sure. And just, savouring every moment.
That's good.
Even all the punches and everything.
Because it comes and goes so quick.
Yeah.
It's good that you've been able to recognise that and actually enjoy the whole process.
Yeah. Even from the get-go, from December when I got told, I was like, okay, like we're doing this. And, then I started to sort of, spread the word and told more and more people. And that's when it felt really real. I was like, okay, this is happening. Like, and then you get the emails, like all the official emails come out and I'm like, wow, like there's no going back now. So, but yeah, just the thought that I was even like doubting ever doing it or like even hitting apply, I'm like, that was so silly because this is like the best thing ever. And the opportunity that Glenn and Nigel give to all of us boxers is incredible. Not many people can say that they've done it or, that they actually, give this opportunity out. So yeah, all their time and energy is just amazing. Well, everything that they give to us boxers throughout the training camp is great.
I'm sure the coaches enjoy it just as much as you guys.
Yeah,
they get very competitive, very animated in the corners as well.
Yeah, very rewarding for them, I'm sure, because it's just like, it's like especially seeing people who have never boxed before and then, seeing what they can achieve. It's pretty cool.
How do you think the tally is going to look at the end? Because I believe the blue team is ahead by 1 overall.
Yeah. Look, blue have
15-0.
Yeah, they've won the last 3. So, I mean, look out. Our track record's looking pretty good. I'm not going to lie.
You guys are ahead by 1. You're ahead by 1.
We've won the last 3 consecutive. So, go the Blues. That's pretty impressive. But no, like honestly, I hope it's like a close one because that keeps it interesting. But Blues obviously are going to take it out.
It does show you how closely matched all the fights are, considering there is only one difference in between all of them.
Yeah.
Isn't there?
Yeah. So
you just run your eyes down that list there. Out of the 15 fights, how many blue wins?
15. 100%. 100%. Look at it.
It has turned already. It's just a matter of time.
I reckon Glenn has picked the best of the bunch. I mean, he does get first say, right?
15-0.
It's like,
jeez.
Yeah, it's like, that the father-son rule in footy. So, because Kiara's done it, he's got Joey, Elliot, so he's got Steph. It's kind of like,
we do stick with them.
Automatically going to be in blue if you've like had a relation to Glenn or anyone who's done PCR on either team. So
I'd be team red. I'd be Nigel.
Yeah. Go Nige. He's the best.
That's about it, mate. Just cracked 3 hours.
Amazing.
We have been gas bagging for a while.
We have. My gosh, that's a long time.
I want to wish you all the best for the night. Only
Thank
13
you.
days away. 13?
No.
17 days?
17.
I don't know. It's April 5th today.
Yeah.
So, however
2
many,
weeks from
2
Saturday.
weeks. We'll just say 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks away. I want to wish you all the
Basically.
best for the night.
Thank you so much.
You are in for the ride of your life, and I cannot wait to get amongst it, to get amongst you guys there and watch the night.
So
And
exciting.
if you ever wanted to come back in here and go through the fight with us, chuck it on the big screen up there. Semi-big screen.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome to come back in here.
Awesome.
But thanks for your time today, mate, and I'll chat to you soon.
Thank you so much for having me.